my God, this
Didn't
is
write
episode
anything.
6. We're doing Lower Decks Veritas.
Oh, I never watched it either.
That's all right.
Well, I didn't prepare. Well, I prepared like I prepare for every other podcast recording.
That's why I love you.
Okay.
Hey, zip it. Come here, Frank. Just come here and then we'll start officially recording. Okay, I think he stopped. Please note, this podcast contains discussion of murder, crime, and other topics some listeners may find distressing. It may also include adult language, so listener discretion is advised.
In the Federation, crime is considered illogical, rare, and beneath the ideals of advanced civilization. But in deep space, where warp fields twist reality and justice is filtered through prime directives and political treaties, murder still finds a way. These are the stories of the Space Crime Continuum.
All right, if you're looking for a podcast that confuses you because you thought it was about Star Trek, but actually it's kind of going to be about the Toronto Blue Jays again.
Yeah. Or if you're looking for a podcast that's just like, row, 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 that's a dog barking. It's your
I love it. What about a podcast that includes one of the hosts, me, consistently clicking and making like weird sounds, because that's kind of what I do?
Yeah, or if you're looking for a podcast that has a lot of background noise, I know I already talked about that with the woofing, but like construction specific, then this might be the podcast for you.
For you!
You were supposed to say it at the same time. You put your thing on mute.
Because of the banging. I'm Sarah, that's
Give me
Haley.
your sex tape.
We're in the middle of construction. Whoop, whoop. This might be the worst time to ever podcast. How bad is it?
Could I be any less prepared also? I want to start barking. Like, what the?
That's what we're here for. Well, since it's going to be so much of me talking, why don't we start off then with you telling us a little bit about how you are, and I'll mute while they're banging.
Sure. Name me your sex tape.
Buzzing again.
Well, I'm not gonna riff on that. The big news for me is there's like construction happening next door, which is like there has been a pit, which is very much like the Parks and Rec pit. You know, people falling in there. Chris Pratt is living there, right? Yeah.
They filmed the TV show The Pit in the pit.
They did, yeah.
For season 3, yeah, surprise.
Yeah, it's also the Peach Pit from 90210.
Oh, pitiful.
That's a nice one.
Thanks.
That's a reference I don't deserve to make because I never watched 90210 because I was too young. I wasn't allowed.
I did watch it, and I had some of the posters on my wall from like Big Bopper or whatever kind of magazines were big in the 1700s. Bop, Big Bopper, Tiger Beat.
Oh, yeah. The pull-out posters. Zachary Ty Bryant, whatever. Anyway.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
It was always Thomas. Anyway, I'm just watching them fill up. Like, I watched them make concrete. I'm looking now. I watched them make concrete molds. And then I watched them fill in the molds with this gravel. Like, where is the ground floor going to be? Because already it's like above ground. I'm curious to see what's gonna come next. But also, it's unlocked a real like special interest around construction machines. Ooh. And even like they had a bunch of nails just sticking out, and they were like tapping them down. Give me a hammer, and I will give you $5 if you let me do that for you. Because that would be so fun. Don't tell Brad that I'm willing to help around the house.
Your secret's safe with me, girl. Always.
Perfect.
Oh my God. Excuse me. Did you hear that?
No, actually.
The drill going was like, excuse me. So I didn't buy that jacket yet on eBay, but I've been doing a little eBay shopping because I am the worst. This is why my financials are terrible. And I may have had a couple of wins lately in the world of Star Trek. I got one. It was like $10 at the end of the day. So it's nothing. But it's
$0.
it's a Las Vegas Hilton room key card that has the Star Trek experience like advertisement on the plastic card.
Fun.
What
That's
a
a
fun
good
thing
memento.
to just have, right?
Yeah.
And I'll make up some elaborate story about how I stole it or how it was like Michael Dorn's room key or whatever, and he gave it to me.
Knocked it out of his hand. Yeah. Oh yeah,
totally.
That one. Yeah. He gave it to me.
Yeah, one story is cool, the other one is, yeah. And they're both lies. Fact or fiction beyond belief.
Have you ever stayed in the cemetery?
I love those videos so much. Or when it's like the me on too many coffees and people trying to make friends, and it's just like 1,000 questions. Have you ever ridden a bike along a train track? And like,
Totally.
You ever spent a night in a haunted house? Oh god. Then I got one of the Borg teddy bears.
Oh, cute. Did you not buy one of those?
I had so many of them, and I've sold them all over the years, and I'm so sad about it. So yeah. I was like, and I got a good deal on it. I think I paid what I paid for it when I bought it back in the day. Like, because the thing with eBay is that the shipping is usually a bitch, and it's like suddenly everything is like an add $40 Canadian. You're just like, no. So like, there's so many things on there that I can't buy. But these ones I got good deals on, and then I bought another sealed box of trading cards, and this is another one by Rittenhouse. They did the ones that I got for Picard, and there's like there'll be a clothing patch somewhere in there, like the card has a swap, and I have the girl from the pits that I found she was in season 1 and 2, Isa Briones, and I got, and it'll have autographs, but it spans all the different series. So I'm really excited to get the cards and try not to open them all up at once.
Like, what do you mean? Like Strange New Worlds also? Like Discovery, the rest? Like all? Like TNG, TOS?
There'll be, I believe there'll be cards from all of those different things. Let me see. It's called
VOY? That's Voyager.
Bring your own. Rittenhouse cards. Rittenhouse cards. Star Trek trading cards. They did Game of Thrones cards. They did lots. Star Trek Connections, it's called. Autographs include, you could get a Shatner, a Patrick Stewart, a Sonequa Martin Green, a Kate Mulgrew, a Jack Quaid, a George Takei, a Robert Beltran, Dorn, Q, Spock, Anson Mount, Jason Alexander. It's a 90-card base set featuring bridge crews from the original series, Next Gen, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery, Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, and movies.
Okay, cool. That's a cool run.
Why not? Treat yourself.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. And I just started a rewatch of Deep Space Nine. It's so good. I was laughing I forgot in season 1 how much, like, oh my God, I am Chief O'Brien. Like, he doesn't want anything to do with anybody. He just has work to do and a wife that hates being there. And he's just tired all the time. And then he's trying to get out of a mission, and Cisco's like, oh, why? Because like you got something really important going on. He's like, no. And then in walks Julian Bashir. He's like, I'm so excited for us to go together. I'm going to ask you 1,000 questions. You can tell it's just that he hates Dr. Bashir. And I was like, it is so funny. And Odo and Quark, and oh my God, it's such a good show. It's such a good show. So I've been watching that.
Question. Deep Space Nine occurs after TNG, yeah? Like, how did Chief O'Brien end up there?
Parallel. Like, it's like the Enterprise is still doing the Enterprise thing, and Because I don't think Chief O'Brien was really in season 5, 6, and 7. So he just got a transfer. Like he got a promotion.
Okay.
It's a promotion because he's the chief engineer on DS9. Because at the beginning of the series in episode 1, the Enterprise is docked at DS9 to kind of like, wish you well and bring some people over, drop off Chief O'Brien. And
Cool.
this is where you learn that Cisco does not like Picard because Wolf 359, Picard as Locutus, killed Cisco's wife and, all that kind of stuff. And then, and then you also have like Voyager, the first episode of Voyager, which you would have seen, they are on DS9, right? And so that's like they all kind of are in the same span of like overlapping each other.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So cool. So cool. Yeah. And I'm excited for us to go to the little island fan con. It's too bad there's no Trek people that are going to be there, but there is an opportunity to join Starfleet. So
I know, it's like who's going to be your representative then? We should ask who's the representative here?
What species?
What's your ranking? Yeah.
And what Hogwarts house are they from? Oh wait, sorry, wrong fan. I'm excited just to kind of wander around and see what it's all about.
Totally. Is there a
Put on my
vendor
favorite
space?
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah. All right.
There's going to be a whole host of stuff. It's like a mini convention right here in our backyard.
Sounds nice. That sounds fun.
I think it'll be fun.
I hope it will be.
I'm still tempted to go to STLV. Like I'm just, I gotta win the lottery. I mean, Colmini's gonna be there. Paul Giamatti's gonna be there.
Oh man.
But like the only tickets they have left are copper, and they're like $700 US. Like
copper.
And it's for that. It's the one after captains before you have general. And they're not that great. Like I don't want to go to the actual, I want to go into the vendor room and I want to hang out. But Heather's going, and Heather, if you're listening and you hear this and you don't hate the idea, message me. I might see if she wants to pick up some autographs for me and then ship them once home because it'll be cheaper by Canada Post or whatever. And then I can e-transfer her because she's Canadian. So there are some people
like a plan
autographs I'd like to have. Right? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So this episode is actually, you know what? Let's talk about fansets really quick. Let's give a heads up to fansets.
Throw it.
Hello, listeners and friends. We'd like to take a hot minute to thank our friends at Fansets. As you may or may not know, they are an incredible team of Trek fans that make and sell really cool pins. If you go over to the website, vansets.com, I know you won't be disappointed in what you see. They have pins that span the whole Trek universe and are constantly releasing new pins all the time. So head on over to fansets.com, have a look around, and don't forget, if you want to save yourself a couple of bucks, use our special code at checkout, which is TrekGeeks, all caps, one word, and you'll get 10% off your order. And for those of you in the US of A, spend over $30 and you will get free shipping. Fansets. Our pins have character. And we're back. Thank you, Fansets.
Thanks, Fansets.
Probably working on making a bitchin' pin for STLV as they always do. Oh my God. We'll record again this summer, so I'll be sending out a reminder. Get your butts over there if you're going to be at STLV and get your pins because they always sell out. Like they do such good stuff. And they're so nice. Like Trek Geeks is always set up next to them and it's always so much fun.
They're the best.
Love me a pin. Okay. So this is from season 1 of Lower Decks, which I highly recommend you watch because there's so many Easter eggs and so many jokes and so many people guest star in it. Season 1, episode 8, Veritas. We have Boimler, Mariner, Tendi, and Rutherford finding themselves suddenly in a prison, or is it a dungeon? And is this because Tendi replicated too much ice? She likes ice. Lots of people like ice. They rise up from the ground or they see the senior officers rise up from the ground like in Star Trek, The Undiscovered Country. They're suspended in the air, and this badass dude with a metal eye patch, also a nod to Undiscovered Country, starts questioning the lower deckers. And during this episode, they each recount their perspectives of the events that are in question, which makes it kind of similar to the episode Lower Decks from TNG, one of my favorite episodes. And this is the classic trial style episode where each person's recount of what was happening from their perspective is more unhinged and chaotic, with each of them only knowing a small piece of what happened on the stardate in question because they're lower deckers. They don't get like to know all like the good details of what's happening. Mariner remembers seeing a map, and then she throws Boimler under the bus when he's on the bridge because there's a red alert crisis and he didn't know the answer, and they're all like, oh my god, that's the worst thing you could, there's no wrong answers. He says something like, that's the wrong answer, and he's like so desperate to like always do good, and yeah, he didn't. And then Rutherford, meanwhile, elsewhere on the ship, is undergoing constant system reboots because he's got like an eyepiece and it like affects his memory, and so he's having like issues with his like built-in head thing and keeps rebooting his memory over and over, and it's really patchy. And then every time he kind of like comes to, he's in a more ridiculous scenario, including stealing a Vulcan ship and doing a fan dance. Meanwhile, Tendi's memories show her kicking some serious ass, like ninja style, with all these martial art skills we never knew she had. She put everyone to shame. So they each tell their little story to the judge combined, which gives us a complete view of one mission. It was the rescue of Klar from the Romulan Star Empire, where we then learn that this wasn't a trial. It was Klar's party. This was how he wanted to celebrate them and make it look like a really scary trial. And Mariner was not impressed. And as she left, they just kept yelling back and forth at each other. And he's like, you ruined my party. She's like, it felt like a real trial. You ruined my party. It was very funny.
Sounds like I know what I want my next party to be. Can I just do like a fake jury trial? That would be fun.
Could you like rent out the courthouse downtown and like make everyone be on trial for your birthday? Put our hands on a Bible and everything, and we got to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God.
I'll ask my lawyers. We'll see.
Have your people call my people. Oh, I finished all my green tea lemonade. So that was the episode. It was a funny one. I mean, all the episodes of Lower Decks are hilarious, but it fits into our Space Crime Continuum because it was a trial episode, and you know how good they are with trial episodes, and
they love them.
They love them. I've got some fun facts. Do you want to read some fun facts with me? They're under the trivia section.
I can start with the first one.
Please. Oh, this is what the people here are for.
Yeah. The trial setup is a nod to, as you said, Undiscovered Country, where Captain Kirk and Dr. McCoy are framed for murder. I'm a doctor, man, not a murderer. That's what he says, right?
Totally.
Anyway. And are brought to, I haven't seen the original, it doesn't matter, and are brought to a similar trial setting, except it's a Klingon court. In addition, the aggressive manner in which Klar questions the lower decks officers under duress is similar to how Kirk and McCoy were questioned by Chang.
That was Christopher Plummer's character with the eye patch.
Rip.
Totally. Oh, Captain Von Trapp.
Yeah.
I know. The manager of the event silo states that Klar only booked the space for 22 minutes. 22 minutes is the length of a standard episode of a sitcom minus commercials and credits. Yeah, it was so funny. He's like, my party's not over yet. We didn't even get to the best part. He's like, someone else has booked this room.
I get it.
Too good.
Is it Boimler?
Boimler.
What a name. Boimler's suggestion to use the impulse drive to perform a crazy Ivan is a nod to Tom Clancy's The Hunt for Red October. A crazy Ivan is when a Russian submarine suddenly turns to clear their baffles, the area just behind the propellers, as that is a submarine's blind spot when it comes to sonar. One ping only.
What? Rutherford's fan dance is a reference to Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, when Uhura performed a similar dance.
I was wondering about that.
Ostrich feathers, and he's just like, what am I doing? He just keeps waking up like, what am I doing here? We're stealing a ship. It's like, poor guy.
At one point, Mariner is complaining that on Earth all there is to do is drink wine in a vineyard and eat soul food. In Star Trek TNG, Picard goes back home to France and his family's vineyard. In Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Cisco goes back to Earth and eats jambalaya in his family's restaurant in New Orleans. That's a stretch. This feels very IMDb, one certain person added this one type. Like, that's a stretch.
I don't think so. I think it was like a purposeful like Easter egg that all there is to do on Earth is drink in a vineyard and eat soul food. And it's like, it's a nod to Chateau Picard and Cisco's.
Okay, fine. I guess if I had seen Deep Space Nine, it would have more of a or this episode.
To the listeners, it's like I'm just dragging you along, making you just sit there.
We're going to fit this within the 40 minutes, right?
This is a 5-hour recording. And then I've called John in advance and he just like handcuffs you to the chair and you have to do this.
Man.
The title Veritas is a Latin word for truth. The word had previously been used in the title of a Star Trek record in Vino Veritas in 1975. Like here, that adventure featured a device which compelled people to tell the truth during testimony. Here it is a special horn. In the earlier story, it was a drug added to the wine served to the delegates.
A special horn. Hang on.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so funny.
It is revealed that Tendi is a skilled martial artist, as you said, with Rutherford's implant-enhanced combat abilities and Mariner's tough, rough-and-tumble brawling style. That leaves Boimler as the only member... the only member of the 4 main lower deckers who is not known to be a particularly skilled fighter.
The Star Trek podcast by somebody who refuses to watch anything but TNG. I love it. But you hold firm to that. This episode marks the first appearance of Q, John Delancey, since Q2 in 2001. He is also the first character from a previous incarnation of Star Trek to appear on the series.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, this is the first episode where Tendi's assassin background is exposed. While it's a joke in this episode, it is later revealed that Lieutenant Tendi is also the mistress of the winter constellations and a trained Orion Prime.
Ooh, big time stuff.
Whoa,
right?
Yes. Cool. Oh no, I'm seeing another thing on this. It talks about me in Deep Space Nine.
Don't look at it.
I'm not going to.
Good girl. This is all part of making this a 5-hour recording. Okay, so true life, real life, true crime connections. God, I can't talk. You think I've been drinking today? I wish. This episode mirrors some real world issues where miscommunication, hidden information, and rushed judgments lead to unnecessary legal nightmares. We're looking at wrongful accusations and the miscarriage of justice. I mean, we're talking about real life cases where there's like incomplete evidence or biased assumptions, snowballing it into trials. This episode's "we don't know what happened because they don't tell us anything" vibe echoes how compartmentalization in organizations like military and government and corporations can leave lower level people very vulnerable, Haley.
As they do, as they would.
As they often do. We're talking false confessions in coerced testimony, under pressure, like the dramatic alien court. People say things that muddy the waters. Real interrogations can lead to unreliable statements. Did you know? And we're talking high profile trial with big misunderstandings. The reveal that it's not even a trial feels like those stories where someone spends years fighting charges only for it to collapse due to a fundamental error.
Also, it reminded me a little bit about Worf's birthday party, where it was a surprise and it turned out to be a party.
I love surprises. I love them.
Everything comes back to TNG for me. That's
always.
My thing.
As it should.
Yeah.
As it should. It is the best. But if we want to get serious for 4 points, Veritas presents a group brought before a tribunal in a high-stakes, unfamiliar setting. It brings little or no clarity about charges, evidence, or procedure. Testimony extracted under pressure and filtered through the tribunal's framing, a predetermined or politically useful outcome for the controlling authority. I mean, this show is supposed to be a comedy, but when you really look at it, Haley, there's concerns. They might want to change their rating. Why don't you tell us a little bit about a parallel? I think we've got some point form notes here about some specific trials. Do you want to give a little read?
Sure. Here's the first one out of two, perhaps, that we'll discuss. This one is the Soviet show trials.
Oof. Was it 1936?
1936 to 1938. There was something else happening around that time, but
the dirty 30s.
Anyway, so the purpose of this Soviet show trials were to eliminate the political rivals, intimidate the population, as one is wont to do, and legitimize Stalin's purges under the guise of legal proceedings. So this is a Stalin era thing.
Oof.
Classic Stalin. The key features of this trial were predetermined verdicts in that defendants were sentenced to death or long imprisonment, regardless of defensive arguments.
Bam.
They staged testimony. The public confessions were often coerced through torture, threats, or promises to protect family members. Trials were broadcast or widely publicized to reinforce state narratives, so they were used as like propaganda and political theater. And then the proceedings also mimicked legal trials, but lacked any true evidentiary balance or judicial independence, meaning they weren't real trials, y'all.
It was a procedural illusion almost.
You would say that. One would say that. A person that wrote this would say that. When comparing it to Veritas, we're seeing defendants and the testifiers are both performing in a setting where the real outcome is already decided. This is all for show.
Yeah.
Truth is less important than the political utility of the testimony.
It's true.
And the proceedings are heavily choreographed for the benefit of an audience, whether the Soviet public or alien dignitaries.
Nailed it. Oh, I love it. Well said. Yeah. Well read. Well, thanks. Let's go to bed. Let's keep rhyming. My name is Fred.
My hair is red. Sometimes, some of it.
When you're hungry, get fed. Okay. Parallel number two. We're talking Guantanamo Bay Military Commission. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's post 2001. So the purpose, to try non-U.S. citizens accused of terrorism in a venue adapted for national security concerns. We're talking limited transparency, restricted defense, political context, irregular legal standards. We're thinking many defendants didn't even know the full charges or evidence due to classified materials. Defense counsel often had constrained access to clients' evidence or the ability to call certain witnesses. We've got proceedings where they were entwined with U.S. counterterrorism policy and public messaging. Rules of evidence and procedure deviated from traditional court-martial or civilian courts, especially in the early iterations. Kind of like Veritas, we're talking about individuals facing an opaque, unfamiliar judicial process with unclear rules and possible restrictions on their defense. The political and symbolic value of proceedings often outweighs the straightforward pursuit of factual truth, and the setting and power imbalance. I mean, it creates an environment of uncertainty and fear, regardless of the eventual verdict. So, you know what? Thanks, Wikipedia, for giving me a little bit of something to work with. We're not really playing too heavy on the true crime stuff right now. The world's on fire. I literally have that text where we said that back and forth to each other, and I posted it on bluesky.
Ooh,
because bluesky are smiling at me, and Dana sings it.
Like blue skies.
Do I see?
Yeah. Well, you know the rest.
Well, yeah, there's bluebirds. Yeah,
but I haven't logged in.
Nice. Yeah. I'm actually looking at my blue sky right now. You can follow me at VanIslandSara.bsky.social. So it shows up as Sarah B, and it's got our Space Crime Continuum logo on it. It's got the cartoon of us doing our bed jump in our Starfleet uniforms.
Very cool.
This is the place where I will be talking track and sharing about my eBay purchases. and regularly posting about my rewatch of DS9 and the progress as I build the Lego Starship Enterprise that you gave me because you are the best. So fun. We've got 8 minutes. Can I convince you to watch DS9 in 8 minutes? No. Can I try?
You can. And
Okay.
let's start with this. Is it even available on a streaming service? And I have them all.
No, you don't, because you don't have Paramount on Prime anymore.
That's right. It's not on there, is it?
That's where I'm watching it. That's where I'm watching all the Dutton shows and all the Taylor Sheridan shows, and every single series of Star Trek is on Paramount. So that's where I've been watching my DS9 rewatch. It's got Lower Decks. It's got Starfleet Academy. It's got
No way. Okay.
Yep. And then you can watch the new Rip and Beth show. We just watched the most recent episode last night. You could watch Mayor of Kingstown or Lioness with Zoe Saldana. All those Taylor Sheridan shows are fucking bitchin'.
Okay.
You might just have to do it.
Unreal. I thought it would be more available than on
I know.
Paramount.
Well, it used to be on Netflix, and then Netflix Canada got rid of Star Trek, and then I think it was on Crave for a while, and I think a few series are maybe on Crave, but not all of them.
Uh-huh.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, it is. Oh, well.
Someone's ringing my doorbell. Hold on, please.
Okay. No.
Oh, we're back. Sorry for the delay, folks. I just leave like a space of like 20 minutes where they just have to listen as I'm like going out to move my car and talk to the guys who did construction work.
You just use some like free music to
like the worst elevator music you could possibly have.
Go hold theme.
Yeah. What's your favorite trial you've ever followed or watched? I'm sure you've listened to and watched a few, and or even ones that like you haven't gotten a chance to fully see, but you're like, oh man, I wish I could.
I love a good trial, and I feel like we don't get a lot of that coverage here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I remember being in grade 6 when the O.J. Simpson trial was like they were reading the verdict, and our teacher made us stop and like watch. But we were like in grade 6, so we didn't know what was going on anyway. And I don't remember other than thinking, well, this isn't appropriate. We're trying to learn about science anyway. Kind of want to see the Picton trial because I followed a lot about that, but I don't. Did they go to trial? Because he pled not guilty, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so, because I remember seeing the courtroom drawings of him.
Yes. I did also, I got kind of swept into the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing just because of the acting involved.
Love it.
Both of them. And just watching famous people have problems too is so validating.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I feel like this is just something that I hope to see in real life with my own eyes as a jury member and jury 4 person.
Yeah.
You?
I find jury trials can be quite dull and boring and never really as exciting as you want them to be. I love that show Jury Duty that they did on the guy thought it was real. That was great. No, I mean the O.J. Simpson is the trial I know the best, but that's only because I've watched multiple documentaries and I watched the Ryan Murphy show, the O.J.
Probably
Jr. and David Schwimmer and all that. Which I thought was really well done, and it was really fascinating to watch. And I think it's just an interesting case. I've listened to conspiracy theories on how he didn't do it, and at the time of society when this happened, it was just such a very dividing thing, and it was so long, and it was so when you think about, imagine being a juror on that, and you're you're separated from reality. Like you're living out of a hotel room. You can't have the communication you want to have with the outside world. You can't do this, you can't do that. And it goes on and on and on. And if you are a firm believer that this person is guilty and you're being pressured by others to think else, like I wouldn't want to be in that situation personally, because I would very much want to stick to my guns on what I thought. But I guess after a certain amount of time, you just want to be fucking over it and be like, all right.
Yeah, like you'd hit a point.
You're not working, you're not making money that you could be making because you're not at your regular job. Like, I think that trials by jury are flawed.
So flawed.
The whole system in general is flawed, but I mean, I don't have any solutions, so let's not go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, I decided to ask because this one is kind of a trial-y one.
Well, and I'll bring us back to TNG, where the first episode is humanity on trial, right? And it's a recurring theme. Also, love some Law and Order, right? Like just showing us the best parts of those trials too.
Yeah. Also love, here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. All right. Allow me to talk to you about Deep Space Nine. I'm only going to talk about season 1. So but don't worry.
Okay.
Why? What were you going to say?
Well, like, aren't the first couple 3 seasons kind of like, you just got to get through them kind of thing? Like, would you want me to start on season 1?
See, I thought this. Yeah. And I am watching it again and I am realizing it is very good. I watched the show when it first aired as a kid. So I would have been like 12, 13. And it's very interesting to see the characters I gravitate towards now compared to then. Because when I watched it then, Dr. Bashir is the cutest thing ever. Oh my God, Jadzia Dax, she's so beautiful. I want to grow up and be beautiful like her. And now I'm watching it and I'm like, Kira is a fucking badass. Love her. Wish I could be her. And Chief O'Brien is my spirit animal. You know what I mean? Like just this rumbling, like, when you're a kid, you don't look at characters like that and think like, oh, they'll be fun. They're adults. They're crabby adults that are getting mad and they're angry and it's like they're not fun. And I mean, I always like Quark. Quark's a good time, just in general. But I've only watched the series from start to finish once, and that was maybe within the last 10 years. And I had no idea. I didn't really have the spoilers of how this show ended. And I knew that Worf came in and I watched it, but then I kind of started getting out of Star Trek around the age 16, and it was still airing. So I never watched the last couple of seasons. And watching it straight through, I was like, this is good. I get it. I get why people are so into it. And so now I kind of want to go back and really pay attention and be like, what are the Easter eggs of knowing what to expect and like knowing how it ends? Now you want to kind of watch it again from the beginning. And there's in the season 1, there's enough episodes that are fluffy and funny. You're going to get Q, you're going to get Loxana, you're going to get some silly ones that I loved as a kid that everyone thinks are the worst episodes now. But then you also get a couple of really good, like, ooh, like that's a moral one, or that's like a scary one. And it's just the characters kind of like you're learning about them because it becomes such a political, like it's, you need to know like, yeah, where these people come from and how they kind of,
the beginning.
Yeah, you do have to start from the beginning. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, we're diving into Deep Space Nine season 1, the show that said, what if the next generation, but it's like a station in a rusty Cardassian strip mall orbiting a traumatized planet, and everyone has baggage heavier than a Klingon's you know what.
Ew.
That laugh. Yeah. Oh my God. In Picard season 3, Riker tries to pick up the bat he had no idea it was so heavy. Oh, so funny. Okay, we're not doing synopses on all the episodes. We're just doing a real quick episode synopsis of the start and then a couple of standout moments. And then I got some questions for you. Okay. Emissary is the 2-part pilot. We've got Commander Benjamin Sisko showing up to DS9, a beat-up old Cardassian space station that's basically Bajor's thanks for the liberation, now fix our PTSD gift basket. He's grieving his dead wife from Wolf 359, arguing with wormhole gods who don't understand linear time, and immediately butting heads with Major Kira, a fiery Bajoran resistance fighter who treats Starfleet like it's optional. Oh, and they discover a stable wormhole in the Gamma Quadrant, making DS9 the hottest new interdimensional truck stop. Sisko gets called the emissary by the prophets. No pressure, buddy. So, I mean, early episodes, we were basically Star Trek, but the holodeck broke, and now we have to deal with real problems. That's the vibe. We've got a virus turning everyone's speech into nonsense, because apparently Cardassians left behind biological practical jokes. We get Odo being framed for murder because, surprise, nobody trusts the goo man. He's a shapeshifter. Yeah. And O'Brien makes a weird alien bro friend. Peak Trek, befriending the prey. And then we get Q, who pops in like that ex who won't stay gone, dragging Vash along. Sisko punches Q. Yeah, he punches him in the face. Some standout episodes, we have got the Nagus, when Quark becomes the Grand Nagus for 5 minutes and immediately turns into a Ferengi Mafia Don. It's like The Godfather was about short, big-eared capitalists who faint at the sight of clothing. We have Duet. This is where the show stops screwing around and gets good. A Cardassian war criminal, Orzi, shows up, and Kira has to confront the occupation's horrors. Because basically the Cardassians were brutal to the Bajorans. In the hands of the prophets, the finale. Religious fundamentalism hits the station and we get a church-state throwdown. So, I mean, the overall vibe is it's the awkward first date of DS9. The characters are still figuring each other out. Bashir's a cocky flirt who somehow gets worse before he gets better. O'Brien is just happy to have a job, and Jake Sisso is a teenager on a space station. But underneath, it's layering the groundwork for the greatest Trek ever. Moral gray areas, deep character arcs, and the slow burn story of a place that feels lived in and messy. Why watch it? Because by the end of the season, you'll be hooked on this dysfunctional space family. It's not all shiny Enterprise optimism. It's what if Utopia had to share a border with trauma, religion, and shady wormhole deals. Boom, boom. So, question 1.
Yeah.
Do you like dramatic, messily traumatized leaders who argue with literal wormhole gods about the nature of time while trying to raise a teenager on a broken space station?
Like, my one-word answer is no.
Bold choice. But even if you hate dramatic dads, wait until you see him deck Q in the face. That's not drama. That's justice.
Except for I'm a Q fan.
I know.
And also, if Sisko's upset about his dead wife, maybe he should be on bereavement leave. But I feel like I only have one captain.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Hard. Like, it's hard because I have space for other captains. But, like...
Janeway.
Oh, absolutely.
Pike.
Riker. Captain
Riker.
Yeah, anyway,
Jellicoe.
Yeah.
Love him.
There's space for them all.
Yeah.
I guess
Sisko's not my favorite captain, but I don't mind him. I like just all the other characters. Like, it's...
Yeah.
And you get a lot of them. You get a lot of the variety. What about this? Question number 2. Are you into brooding, shape-shifting security officers who solve crimes while complaining about solids and looking like a melted candle half the time?
I do like that.
Okay. Then Odo fans rise up. Season 1 Odo is peak grumpy detective energy. By the end of the series, you'll be shipping him with everyone. Starting with yourself.
Oh,
it's a shapeshifter. Who knows what that could mean? Okay, last question. Can you, and plus, like, Rhea Barjanois, like, just, I love the character. I'm appreciating Odo so much more. He's like, what's the Magnum PI, or like, not Magnum PI, what's the one that they've resurrected with Kathy Bates? Matlock. Like, think like Matlock in space, like this gruff, like, just always watching Quark to see what he's up to, and it's funny.
I didn't know he was the security guy. That makes it good for me.
Constable Odo.
Okay.
Can you handle greedy little Ferengi goblins running schemes that somehow become weirdly relatable critiques of capitalism, all while wearing those ridiculous ears?
Yes, I do like Quark.
Well, then Quark is your chaotic neutral spirit animal. The Nagus episode is basically Ferengi Succession. You're going to quote Rules of Acquisition unironically by season 3. I think I'm locking you in.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Well, I mean, this is probably the most interested I've ever been.
Well, and stay tuned because when we record next, I'll have an update as we go through season 2. Plus, personally, I will have been watching it some more and I'll be like vibing on it because I'm waiting for, one of the episodes that everyone hates, and I love it because when I was a kid, I loved it. It's called Move Along Home. And because they're at a stable wormhole, like you're getting all these species from that you've never met before, right? And there's these people that show up and it's like first contact, they're all nervous. They're like, where's Quarks? We heard you like games. And then like Dax, Kira, Dr. Bashir, and Cisco get like zapped into a board game, and they kind of have to like, they don't realize that it's like they're safe. They're thinking they're gonna die, and Quark is the one playing the game, and he's like, "Oh my god, what if I kill them?" And it's really funny.
That
And I
sounds
thought it was
good.
hilarious. Yeah. And then there's one coming up soon, and I'm waiting for it because I can't remember what order it is, but it's called If Wishes Were Horses, and everyone's inner secret dream comes true just like that. And like Dr. Bashir has a huge crush on Dax, so suddenly this like really horned up version of Dax appears and is fawning all over him, and then the real Dax is like, that's awkward. And yeah, it starts with Chief O'Brien reading a story to his little girl Molly, and it's Rumpelstiltskin, and all of a sudden Rumpelstiltskin appears, and he's like, and then somebody wants it to snow, and it's snowing on the promenade, and then they want to win at the games at Quarks, and suddenly Quark's like, I'm going broke because everybody wants to win, and it just creates
Interesting.
lovable chaos. It's fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
That sounds fun too.
And then later on, you get to look forward to Worf, and then you get to look forward to Casey Biggs and more Cardassians and all the bad guys in the Dominion War.
I am into that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
Well,
that's all I got. That's my story for today. And I am sticking to it like glue. Like white out rice. What are you doing tonight? Tell me what you're having for dinner.
this is a good question. So yesterday I probably spent like 4 hours meal prepping, meal planning, except for the meal planning part. I didn't do that.
Okay.
Just meal prepping, like multiple components of things to eat during the week, mostly for lunches, because we're always like, what do we have for lunch? But I didn't think about like what to have for dinner. So actually, after all of that meal prepping yesterday, we ordered it in. I didn't actually make anything for dinner.
Would you have?
I'm not sure. We ordered Big Wheel.
Mm.
They have a really good chicken burger. But I made marinated chickpeas, a different marinated chickpea salad, crunchy like roasted beans. It's real bean heavy. I made scalloped potatoes because that's what I felt like having for breakfast this week. And then I made like a rhubarb apple crumble also.
Wow.
I know. I made a lot. A couple of vinaigrettes. So it'd probably be some sort of salad thing with those components, like a grain bowl quinoa thing. You always have the best dinners.
Oh, we went to Costco, got a Costco order yesterday, so we're gonna have one of those bao bun kits.
Nice.
Yeah, and we have some spot prawns, so we're gonna do a little prawn cocktail in the little fancy cup with the prawns hanging over the edge as we do.
Oh, I love it.
That's dinner tonight. Yeah, nice and easy. I'm getting my nails done at 5, and then
Sweet.
that's my story. And then I'm gonna keep watching my DS9 and love my life. Doing some crafting. I've been making those gift boxes out of the Star Trek cookie boxes, which has been a riot. And I wonder what next. Listeners, listen, keep listening. What are we doing? Oh, the next one is an episode I just watched of DS9, A Man Alone. Should we do it, or should we do Star Trek Voyager, or do you want me to find another TNG, or maybe a Picard? I don't know.
I mean, chances are the next time we record, it'll be 2028. So
No,
I'm just kidding.
I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to get us back into it.
I don't know if we need to upset the apple cart. We could just follow what's already there. But if you want to put something more interesting in that you're into? I mean, really, we're just talking about the crime elements here. It doesn't really matter who's committing them.
I think A Man Alone is perfect because I just watched it, so it'll be fresh in my mind. I can write it up, no problem, and do a little research. And then a Voyager one will be nice because I haven't watched Voyager in a long time, and I might need to do a rewatch of Voyager when I'm finished watching DS9. But then I want to find some TNG ones for sure. Maybe we should do Counter Farpoint. We never did it on Rewind, and it is a trial.
Okay.
And it would be fun to watch baby Riker and baby Worf, and everybody's so young. God, I haven't seen that episode in a long time. Yeah.
Me neither. Yeah, me neither.
Great.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's June 1st. It's our birthday month. So maybe we'll do another recording at the end of the month and we can talk all about our wonderful birthdays and the fan expo we went to and what's going on in our lives. And then we'll try to do another one in July. And then we'll do one in August during the STLV. And hopefully
we could just like live stream it.
Oh my God, they should have cameras. I would pay for an option to live stream.
Yeah.
And watch the stuff on like, no, they should. I'm going to message Creation right now and say for like $49.95, you can log on and there's camera playing and you can watch. Because that's when I went to the virtual con in like 2001 or whatever. And I had an avatar that was a little Star Trek character and you could type in questions to ask. I even got my question asked. And
that's right.
It was a riot.
I would also watch. Yeah, I would watch and I would also like. Wait, Star Trek live streaming from Las Vegas. Be part of the action no matter where you are.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know how true. Oh, it's a 404.
Oh.
This is for whatever reason, when I Googled like streaming STLV, it brought up the 2011 45th anniversary of Star Trek convention.
Well, they should do it for this one, man. Like that'd be just huge money for them. How hard is it to point a camera and film?
Or like
people do it every day.
Anyone else attending? Like I know you're not allowed to do it, but could you just like get the license to do it and like do us a solid? Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna email them.
Do it.
I am
just like this is and be like, look, it's I like recognizing you still got 2 months to go. You only have these tickets left. Have you thought about like this is an insane cash grab opportunity, you guys? You know, you love it. Think about it.
Did you watch all the seasons of White Lotus? You did, didn't you? The guy from season 2, the old dad that was there with his family, he's going to be at the convention. He was in Insurrection. He was one of the aliens that was doing the skin stretching or whatever in Insurrection. F. Murray Abraham.
Yeah, I know him from Amadeus. Like,
okay, yeah, he's going to be at the convention, and so is James Cromwell.
Oh,
Scott Bakula's going. Scott Bakula doesn't do them.
And his pants, his tight pants.
Oh, I got.
Remember he showed up in those. Yeah.
Yeah. I was putting together my craft room. I'm dedicated to space now for Star Trek, and I found the Michael Dorn letter. I'm so tempted to open it, but I didn't. Stay sealed forever. I'll be buried with it.
Maybe
we'll open it together.
We'll open it together at some point.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay, cool.
Well, I have nothing else to say. Thanks for showing up and recording, and I will hit pause, and then we can talk. Just you and me.
Sounds good.
All right.
Space Crime Continuum is a production of Trek Geeks, executive producers Bill Smith and Dan Davidson. For more great Star Trek podcasts, discover the other shows of Trek Geeks available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on trekgeeks.com.